My name is Ben Turney, and I go to the White House campus. I actually find the Lord primarily through music, worship. I played drums since high school, and I had the opportunity to play at a couple of different churches, and whenever the White House campus opened up, they didn't have a drummer for several months, and my wife had a friend. We both had a friend that went to the White House campus, and they said that they didn't have a drummer, so we visited one day, and we started to enjoy the music aspect of it. I realized that that musical piece was there and that I could fill in, so that's where I felt a need to serve. So really just kind of hopefully a lifetime of music has developed into something that I can make bigger. We had kind of been running the gamut, my wife and I, through several churches in the Tyler area, and she had a kind of a close friend that had started going to the White House campus whenever they opened, and whenever they found out that they went to some services and realized that they didn't have the drummer. The friend knew that I played, so they said, "Hey, why don't y'all come visit and see if it's a place that you like?" So we visited one Sunday, and that's really all it took. We realized that it was important to do the life group, the small group aspect of it. We've never tried anything like that before. We've done the typical Sunday schools, but not necessarily an outside of church meeting with other folks. So we decided to visit and stuck with it. Well, my mom lives in Rusk. It's a small town that's south of here, and the house that she lives in is one that I grew up in. We moved from Houston whenever I was 7. This particular house happens to have a flat roof. My dad had that put on there. A couple of years after he had that put on, he passed away. But he was thinking that this metal roof was going to be permanent, last one that's ever going to be needed on the house. Well, that didn't turn out to be the case. It started to leak. So at life group one day, I was talking about, hey, I'm going to need some prayers because me and my wife are going to take this roof off by ourselves. Again, it's a metal roof, and just kind of the strength to be able to get it all done. Our life group leader had let us know pretty much the Friday ahead of time and said, "Hey, I've got some guys that's going to come help." And so we made arrangements for them to come down. It's about 40 degrees. It was misting, but they showed up, and we got there, and we started working on this roof. I am very appreciative that Corey Mason, our life group leader, asked these other guys to come down and help, because literally there's no way I would have been able to do it by myself, just because of the size of the panels, the amount that was there, the glue aspect of it. It would have taken me a week to do it by myself. They came, they helped, they served, and we hadn't been in the life group for too much more than a year at that time, and so we just kind of knew these folks, 2 of the guys. So Steve Hudson wasn't in my group, Bobby Freeman wasn't in my group, but they were 2 of the guys that showed up. Another guy, his name is Charlie Crum, he went duck hunting first, but he came down afterwards. He didn't have to. I mean, he went out of his way to come back down and help me. And just the servant aspect of it, to help, again, a widow. My nieces, their fathers are kind of out of the picture, so kind of definition orphans. They use that. They use their gifts, they use their talents to take a Saturday all day to do something that they probably didn't really want to do, but they chose to do it anyway, and they served me, and they served my mom, they served my sister, they served my nieces, and that was a beautiful thing to be able to be a part of. I appreciate everything that the campus does. Just from that experience, I realized that, it's a serving church. I've been able to hopefully repay at least a little bit. I've helped some folks working around their house, mowing their yard, worked with Samaritan Purse down in Louisiana. So that being the example of just some guys willing to help, I've never had that experience in another church where people basically said, "Hey, I'll help." And so realizing that there's people that's going to need help. They may not ask for it, but sometimes they're going to get it. I didn't ask for the help, but I got it, and I'm so appreciative for it.